Good morning. I've had real trouble getting up this morning. It's 6:45. 6, yeah. I'm running late. I'm supposed to leave the house at 22 if I want to get to my colleague's house on time. I'm gonna call him my friend. He's my friend, rather. Don't think that you get up and go to somebody's house at 6 o'clock in the morning unless you're gonna call them a friend. Right, hang on, we'll continue this discussion. What I was going to say was I started this whole running every other day thing when I was, well, about 2 months ago, after I'd recovered from my knee spraining. Well, sort of. I was finding it really easy to just sort of wake up one day, on a morning that I was supposed to go and go, oh, not today, I can't be bothered. And then I started running with Ross, and it's so much harder to be like, oh, I can't go today, because I'm not only letting myself down, I'm letting him down as well. There was one that I just didn't turn up to because, God knows, I woke up and then I was like, right, I'll get up in 5 minutes, and then woke up an hour later, I was like, oh God. So poor Ross, he did go by himself though, so that's really impressive, because it is hard when somebody else doesn't go to also go yourself. Anyway, it's really nice to have somebody to run with. It's a great motivator, and I'm really pleased that, I don't even know how it started, but I'm pleased that we're doing it. I'm doing something a bit unusual today in that I'm driving to work. I think this was only the 3rd time in a year that I've done this. Currently driving down the steepest residential road in Europe, holding on to all the things so that they don't fall over. I've got a haircut today, and it's in North Bristol, Clifton, which, well, to me that's North Bristol. If anybody who knows Bristol is actually watching this and goes, that is not North Bristol, I know. But I live south of the river, and all of the public transport in Bristol is aimed towards the city centre, so in order to get home on public transport from the haircut, I have to get a bus into town and then a bus out of town again, and it's just easier for me to drive, to be honest. Probably wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't running slightly late, but it's now 5 to 8 and I've got a meeting in 15 minutes, so hopefully this traffic won't be too still. I'm in a cafe in Clifton just before my haircut. If anybody asks me why I've started running, this is why. I get to eat all the cake. I had another fairly difficult day. I'm transitioning between my my administrator role, going into the assistant trainee role. Well, yeah, the trainee role. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Transitions are always hard, aren't they? Like, people don't know what you're doing, either in the new role or the old role, so I feel like I'm getting all the work at the moment, but it'll be fine. I'm going to go have my hair cut, nothing too drastic I don't think, and then I'm going to go home and spend the evening doing some crochet. Haircuts are something that I used to find really hard to remember to make myself do, and I'd get to the point where I was like, oh, my hair's really horrible, I'd like to get it cut, and then I'd go find the cheapest place that I could find and get it cut, and I'd normally come out feeling horrible about it because my hair is really thick, and layers don't really work with it, but that's all that hairdressers ever want to do is layers. I decided when we moved to Bristol that I was going to find a hairdresser and go to the same hairdresser every time, because it just wasn't working for me. Oh, what is happening to the road? It just wasn't really working for me, not having somebody who understood my hair. And it's a massive massive indulgence, I'll be honest. I have messed up here. There are roadworks at this roundabout. I am going to have to concentrate to sort this out. One moment. So I found a hairdresser on a recommendation. It's pretty expensive. It's like a proper, it's in the expensive part of town, and you know, it's 100% a lot more money than I had ever considered spending. Then I sort of calculated that I do it every 2 months, so it's half the price that I think it actually is. I met this hairdresser that I really liked, and I get on really well with her. She's young, she's from Devon, where I grew up, and she knows all about all the things that I sort of grew up knowing, and I really like her, and I've been going for probably about 8 months now. I'm so pleased I decided to do it. It's my indulgence every month, and it makes me feel so good knowing that I'm actually properly taking care of my hair. It looks amazing once it's been done, and it's much healthier. And I'm really pleased that I decided to do it. So there we go. I think that is my one life tip, following on from the how do you know you're an adult conversation the other day. I think that allowing myself to have a proper haircut once every couple of months, that's an adulting thing. Work, I described it as crappy last night, and I'm not going to take that back. I do think it's been quite crappy, because at the moment I'm in a transition period where I'm still half doing my old job, which is essentially being a PA to several people, and then I'm also trying to get into the new job, and the new job is accounting, and I've done very basic accounting skills. I've done quite a lot of bookkeeping, and I've got an engineering degree, so like finance and math stuff and using Excel, I'm alright with all of that stuff. But getting my head around the terminology and like understanding timelines and stuff, because every month you get to the end of the month and you have to sort of account for the money that was spent and the money that came in that month. And it follows a really strict timetable because the company that I work for is really big. So getting my head around that is something that I'm really struggling with, and I'm also freaking out a bit that this month I'm being supervised while I'm doing what I'm doing. Next month I will have less people around me to supervise, because obviously the guys who are passing on their knowledge to me are moving on to their own new jobs, because one of them is no longer a trainee, he's qualified, so he's going on to do a qualified role, and then the other one is just changing up his job slightly, so I'm getting the bits that he's passing on, and they have to do their jobs. So I feel like I'm being pulled between several different directions at the moment, and I really don't like not understanding stuff. I've only just really started to feel like I really know what I'm doing in my current role, and now I'm leaving it, of course. Every day is something quite intense, and there's a lot of people involved and a lot of learning, and I'm tired, and I'm worrying because I'm a worrier. So I get home every day and I'm sort of like, it doesn't really matter how good the day was. I get to the end of the day, and the last hour I'm frantically trying to sort out all the stuff that I was putting off, and you can't do that. That's impossible. So that's why I'm describing my days as crappy, and I'm hoping that it's going to get better. And I'm also sorry if you don't like that language. I'm sure it will get better, but it's just a transition. I've just got home and had a look at the comments and everything on that first vlog that I posted, because I think I'm now 4 days out of sync, but whatever. Anyway, I'm losing quite a lot of subscribers. Apparently my mini rant went down really well. Haters back off, right? John just texted me asking for a money shot of the hair, and I realise I haven't really shown anyone. I have super duper thick hair, so she's basically just taken like 5 kilos off and straightened it, essentially. I've been getting looks that could kill from this one. Don't know what I've done. Hey, what's up? What's up? I am currently sitting on the floor in the lounge, taking my shoes off. I've sort of realised, I was talking the other day about how my current lifestyle doesn't suit studying, because basically what I do when I get home is I eat, and then I sit down on the sofa and I craft for hours. So I'm going to not do that tonight. I'm going to go and study upstairs. Probably won't film it because it'll be boring. And in case you were wondering, didn't make the paella. I got a coffee and a cake, and I thought that was probably good for dinner because I had a full lunch as well. So that was my dinner. Cake. Adulting real good. I bent down to upload the blog and this happened. I'm going to sign off here. I think I've had a really good evening. I have done all the things that I was supposed to do. The revelation about all the crafting on the sofa was maybe really obvious to everybody except me, apparently, so I'm glad I had that one, and if I ever complain, please remind me of this moment. I am going to now go and take off the face and go to bed. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know what you're really enjoying, what you'd like to see more of. I'm having a really good time sort of experimenting with different things, and long may this experiment last. I'll speak to you soon. Bye!